What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 113 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room table, and I just want to give you all the recap of round 2 of the play-in tournament. We had 2 games last night. I went 1-1 on my picks. Let's start with the first game. We have the Hawks beating the Cavaliers 107-101 in a thriller. Trae Young dropped 38 points along with 9 assists, and then the other players had a good role too. They had Bogdan Bogdanovic, 19 points, Kevin Huerter with 13, DeAndre Hunter with 10, and Danilo Gallinari with 14. As for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they had Darius Garland with 21 points, 9 assists. They had Evan Mobley with 18 points and 8 boards, Karis LeVert with 16 points, and Lauri Markkanen with 26 points and 8 boards. So the Cavs were in complete control in the first half, especially the first quarter. They had a nice 11-point lead. But then in the second half, they were outscored 56-40, and a lot of that had to do with Trae Young. Trae Young had 32 points in the second half. He caught fire. This is something we see him do quite often, and because of it, the Hawks are now advancing as the 8th seed in the East, and they will have a date with the Miami Heat in the first round of the playoffs. The next game of the play-in tournament was the Pelicans beating the Clippers by the score of 105-101. Brandon Ingram had a solid game, 30 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. CJ McCollum, 19 points, and how about Larry Nance Jr. coming off the bench with a double-double? He had 14 points to go with 16 rebounds. Certainly helped the Pelicans get a win. As for the Clippers, Marcus Morris had 27 points to go with 9 boards and 5 assists, and Reggie Jackson had 27 points as well to go with 7 rebounds and 8 assists on the night. The Clippers fought hard. They were down 16 points at one point. It was the Pelicans in control the whole second half. They were completely just dominating the Clippers. But in the second half, the Clippers did really well. They scored 38 points in the third quarter, while the Pelicans only had 18 points in the third quarter. But then in the fourth quarter, the Pelicans were able to put up 31, while the Clippers only put up 17. And they just got the win against the undermanned Clippers. The Clippers, we all know Kawhi Leonard hasn't played all season, and Paul George, last minute before the game started, entered the health and safety protocol. So I think with those two guys, they really probably wouldn't even be in the play-in tournament situation. But even if we count out Kawhi and put Paul George in, Paul George is going to get you, at worst, 20 points a game, and that would immensely help the Clippers get past the Pelicans. But, oh well, Paul George wasn't playing, and the Pelicans took advantage of it. They now advanced. They go from the 9th seed, they hop into the 8th seed, and they'll be facing the number 1 seed in the West, the Phoenix Suns, in the first round of the playoffs. And what I expect to be, a pretty decent series, a decent matchup. We'll see how it goes for both the Hawks and the Pelicans for advancing in the play-in tournament. And that's it for the wrap-up of the play-in tournament. Let me know what your guys' favorite game was of the entire tournament. We had 6 games. I went 4-2 on my picks. I'm going to give you all my next video of who I think is going to win each series in the playoffs. Stay tuned to find out more. Thank you all for listening. Remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on my Instagram. Share, like, and promote my content. Thank you all. Have a wonderful day.